Don't fight any enemies you can otherwise avoid, alright?
Makes sense. If we try to take them all on, there'll be no end in sight.
You sure won't hear me complaining.
Level 9 Golem.
I'll run you through! Cat is coming! Talon Sword! Lots the cross cannon! Circle and bring him down!
He got frozen.
Pathetic!
Strange core. Bum 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 bum. We got a new enemy, Golem. Level 9. Weak against wind, resistant to earth. Definitely a good idea to have those wind arts on. 1600 HP. Drop strange core and stone fragment. Sandinous Ravine. An amalgamation of countless rocks that moves like a titan. While the rock's natural hardness affords it superior offense and defense alike, it's slow to react and has a gnarling weak point on its back that's particularly brittle. I'm not brittle! In case you didn't know. Alright. Say something about, weak points. Some large enemies have orange glowing spirit cores that can be destroyed after taking a set amount of damage. Doing so will break the core and down them. Depending on the enemy, these weak points can also be directly targeted. Nice. Oh, so it doesn't really matter who you have as the party leader. There's not like special abilities or anything, so you know how it goes. So you can have out whoever you want. You can climb! Vince Russo style. Ooh. Mine! You can mine Antidote Rock. A stone that keeps microbes at bay as it breaks down toxins. Storing it together with food will make that food lasts longer.
What a weird stone.
I sense a strange power from it. We should gather as many as we can find.
You can mine in this game, didn't you know? That's just beyond epic. Strange core. A small mass harvested from a Zoogle. It has a reserve of power that makes it handy as a weapon supplement. That's fun. Bum, ba, bum. It's an accessory material, apparently. Bum, 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 bum. You can just jump down. Ha ha. A chesticle! The first chest of the game. 3 life bottles.
Seems you found something good. Supplies like that are valuable. Never overlook them.
Got it. I'll remember that.
Gotta gather them chests. The legend returns. Do 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 do. I still need to do the Ruins of Lore eventually, and Curse of the Sinistrals.
Let's stop a moment to catch our breath.
But I've barely worked up a sweat.
Speak for yourself. What do you want, a medal? Doesn't look like we're being followed. Fail to grab these rare moments of quiet when you can. You'll end up regretting it later.
You're the boss.
No, it's not. Ruins of Lore definitely was not that great of a game. Resting at a campground will restore your party's HP and CP. While resting, you can watch skits and cutscenes that you've previously viewed. Cool.
Normally, we should take turns standing guard. But this first time, I'll watch over things so you two can rest easy.
I've never just sat and watched a fire like this before. It's surprisingly soothing.
Well, aren't you getting comfortable? You realize there are still Zoogles prowling around out here, right?
Ah, don't be a spoil sport. It's important to let your mind and spirit relax. It does you a lot more good than you might think.
Zephyr, why aren't you concerned about who I am?
You feeling left out, son?
No, it's not that. But
You said you wanted to fight so that you can live a free man. At this point, that's all that matters. Even if it somehow turned out you were a Renin, it wouldn't be such a big deal.
a Renin?
Until we know who you are, we can't rule anything out.
Sure you
Besides, we've already got Shion with us. At this point, what's one more Renin as long as they're on our side?
So you don't see every Renin as an enemy?
Our goal isn't to hunt down and kill all Renins. We only arm ourselves as much as we need to set ourselves free. If you can believe it, not every Danon agrees with what we're doing either.
Are you saying we have enemies among the Danons?
Not quite. They're just not up for rebelling, per se. The thing you have to remember is that everyone has their own path to walk.
I'm not sure I understand.
That's okay. Just focus on what we have to do right now. However, the time will come when you'll need to decide what to do for yourself.
How come you don't have a scar on your hand?
A scar? What do you mean?
The Crimson Crows all tore off their own spirit cores, right? But your hand doesn't show any signs of ever having a core like theirs. Why not?
I don't know. I don't remember anything about myself from before Doc found me.
Seriously? You have that mask, you don't feel any pain, and you just happen to know how to fight with a sword? No way. You must remember something.
I'm not lying if that's what you think. Believe me, I wish I knew who the hell I am. But I don't. It's funny how I didn't have any time for soul searching while digging up rocks in a mine.
Still.
Are you saying you've told us everything about yourself?
Zephyr.
It's bad manners to pry when you've got plenty to hide yourself.
You're not gonna ask me about my past, too?
Only when I think it's necessary. You're a real man of mystery, I'll admit. That said, I'm not one to dig around in someone's business just out of curiosity. If you remember something and feel like sharing, you're free to do so. For now, I think that's good enough.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah, The Legend of Returns, I think, is like the only Game Boy Color game I've ever played.
So, this whole you not feeling pain thing, is that for real?
Why would I lie about it? And why would you care anyway?
No, it's just, you know, I can't imagine what it's like, that's all.
As a slave, I'd say it has its advantages and disadvantages.
Oh?
On the upside, when Renin soldiers push me around, I hardly flinch. The downside's that I get injured without even noticing. Which means I could be knocking on death's door and not even realize it.
Really?
Sure. I may be numb to pain, but it doesn't make me immortal or anything. Still, I wouldn't have noticed any of this if someone hadn't pointed it out to me. If not for my fellow slaves, I'd be long dead, lying in a ditch somewhere.
That's a shame. Reminisce. So you can watch previous skits and cinematics. That's cool. Let's rest. It's been a long day, you know?
A Master Core, huh? Now I see. So that's why Balsef's cronies were so desperate to catch her.
Is that what it's called? The jewel in her chest?
Oh, right. You don't remember a damn thing, do you? Ah, fair enough. Guess it's time to fill you back in. Tell me, you ever wonder why we Danans are made to work ourselves to the bone, day in, day out?
Well, when you put it like that, I always just assumed we were mining resources for them.
And don't you think it'd be quicker if they used all that high-powered tech they have? Why go to all the trouble of relying on weak human labor? Listen, what the Renans are really after isn't resources or minerals. It's astral energy.
Dun-dun.
They're harvesting the astral energy that sleeps inside all matter in life forms. And they're doing it the same way they have for the past 300 years, using us Danans as mere siphons.
Not siphons.
Right. They have machines for minerals, but extracting from Danans requires spirit cores. Any astral energy collected passes through a spirit vessel on its way to being stored in a master core.
But why go to the trouble of collecting all this energy in the first place? Do they really need all that juice just to use astral arts?
Probably not.
It determines the sovereign.
Sovereign? Is that the Renan ruler?
Exactly. 5 lords, each doing whatever it takes to gather as much astral energy as they can and store it in their master cores. Whichever of them manages to accumulate the most power at the end of their contest is crowned the ruler of the Renan motherland. A new crown contest, as they call it, is held every decade or so.
So you see, the Master Cores are the receptacles in which the Lords store their power. And we Danans are sacrificed, so the Renans can choose their new ruler.
That's insane! You're telling me that's what our people have been dying for this whole time?
Relax, hero. You're not the only one who's bent out of shape about the whole thing. There are 2 things that I haven't been able to get my head around yet. What business would a Renan have stealing a Master Core? And what's the deal with that blazing sword?
Danan
I think the
ogres.
sword is a physical manifestation of the Master Core's astral energy. As for why it took the shape of a sword, well, I don't know any more than you do. Honest.
And that stuff about needing your permission to use it? What was that about?
I'm the only one of us who can control the Master Core to some extent. Without me to adjust the flow of astral energy, the sword can't take a physical form.
What do you want out of this? You may be one of them, but you don't strike me as the ruthless oppressor type.
I'm going to take down all of the lords.
Dun-dun.
Never thought I'd say this, but I like the cut of your jib, Renan. Very well. As far as we're concerned, the struggle continues either way. And with that sword on our side, our chances of victory just increased. That is, of course, assuming we can count the 2 of you in.
Fine by me. After all, it sounds like we're after the same thing anyway.
Honestly, I'm still a little confused by all this. But if it's a choice between this or going back to being a slave, then I choose to fight.
Then it's settled. Together we'll overthrow the Renan Lords. And first up on that chopping block is Balsef, the wild beast. Sound good?
Dun-dun. Ah! The hell was that?
sorry.
Alright. It's a sleep theme.
We have another secret hideout in Ulzebek, not far from here. We should be able to meet up with our comrades there.
Oh, okay.
I hate camping out.
Gladiolus would not like you. Mining. Antidote rock. You don't even have to use like a pickaxe in this game, you just like touch it. It's like mining done. That's how you do that, okay. Bum bum bum. Oh wow. We got some shenanigans. Collect.
We should be able to eat this. Whenever you find some, make sure to grab it.
It's edible, huh? Good to know.
Definitely.
We're harvesting. Wheat. Wheat. Bum bum bum. Now we want to go up there. But first we're gonna descend. Da, 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 da. I am controlling this, by the way, if you were wondering. You don't just go down automatically. I'm in the water! I'm swimming! You can swim, by God! Carp. Sage. Parsley, sage, rosemary, and Lowry seasoning salts. Oh yeah. Woo. Quite a few things in this game definitely remind me of DQ11. Not that there's anything wrong with that, of course. Look at that view. Sheesh. Apple gel.
We're so high up.
You think? Da 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 da. Go to Ulzebek. I don't want to go to
That's one
Ulzebek.
enormous stray.
I don't think we can take it right now.
They're very hard to fight, but you can get rare items and lots of SP if you manage to beat them. Astral Flowers. You can obtain Astral Flowers from powerful foes. Astral Flowers raise your maximum CP. Rare variants. Sometimes you'll find roaming enemies with menacing auras. These rare variant enemies hit harder than the regular versions, but they yield large amounts of EXP and combat points. Can we even get up to that thing?
We've almost made it to Ulzebek.
Yeah? Yeah? Mushroom! Mushroom! Should we even bother trying this? Should probably save before we try this. I mean, we have more powerful weapons than your men too, so maybe we can handle this. Level 43 Mantis.
We don't have much choice.
Take it! No!
It's
Can't
over.
end here!
I'll bring you back from death. As if the normal creepy crawlies aren't disgusting enough. Pathetic.
All allies died. Game over. Yeah, okay. Recovering from a party defeat. When the party wipes out in a normal fight and loses, like a pool expert, it costs CP to recover in that same area. While you'd still return to the same area even with no CP, you won't recover HP, meaning that retreating to accrue CP can still be wise.
I can't believe this.
We got whooped! Bum bum bum. 220k HP? Yeah, okay. So I guess we'll have to come back, like, much, much later. It is kind of cool that you can, like, pretty much save anywhere. We're not gonna mess with that, dude. Antidote rocks. Alright. I'm getting pretty tired, so I think we're gonna call it a stream here. Nice start to the game, I would say. I will be streaming tomorrow, more than likely. So far, I'm really enjoying this game. Pretty much knew I would. So, thanks everyone for stopping by. And I shall see y'all next time. Good stuff.